Let's see if we're rolling. Looks like we are. As usual, I'm here, family, with my state of the art production studio. Consisting of a compost bucket where my phone is sitting on top of it and a rock is propping it up. So if it's a little uneven, forgive me. But today we're going to do the first in the series. We shall call this movie reviews. Oh my goodness. I try my best to come up with innocuous titles and playlists, and then within the videos I try to just kind of, so we don't get flagged, right? By the fact checkers. So, okay. I hope you find it entertaining or enlightening or in some other way. In some other way. A blessing. Okay, so here we are. First in the series of movie reviews, and my goodness, where do I start? Well, I'll just see if I want to do this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Check it. Now listen, straight up. I don't watch TV. I don't go to the movies. I never have. As a general rule, it's just not part of my repertoire. Not part of my daily routine or my forte or whatever you want to call. Now, having said that, when I travel, like if I'm on a plane for a long time and they have some movies to show you, whatever, or if I get to the hotel where I'm traveling to and they've got the television programming device in every room, I might flip it on or something like that. I'm just saying, very rarely, very rarely do I keep up. I don't keep up. I just don't know what the hell. I don't know what's in the movie theater. I didn't watch that TV show. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. But a lot of people be like, yeah, did you see this movie or this? It's TV show now. Almost always is, or Netflix or some kind of. I'm like, nah, no idea. However, when I travel, and at other, how do we say? Times that just happen to be coincidental that I come across for whatever reason some movie, right? And I will have a look, and well, this is the part where somebody would say, spoiler alert. I just don't even agree with that term nowadays, because there is nothing original. There is no plot to spoil. You can see, I believe now, it's pretty obvious because they're just regurgitating, and as you do, if you have no Corona connection to the Great Spirit, to the downloads of everything, then you'll just keep regurgitating your playlist, right? So you come up with part 2, part 1, and this, and that, and the other sequel. All right, enough. So it was I'm trying to think of the year this was. 2000. It might have been 2019 or could have been 2020. I don't know. I was making a flight. I think it was 2020. And I was making a flight from. It was a short flight, relatively, not like some of the other flights I made. Oh, God, days and days. Of travel to get where you're going. Anyway, no, this was it. Pretty short out. It's probably less than 6 hours. This was going from Quito to Mexico City, maybe. And I forget the name of the airline. Could have been. I really don't know now. Shit, I don't know. Could have been. Oh, Aeromexico. That's what it was. So I turned into this movie. I'm like, well, I guess I'm sat here for 6 hours or however long. I might as well watch a movie before I go to sleep. And on the list of movies, the one that like stuck out to me to say watch this one was a movie called Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep. And it's a screenplay written based on a book a guy named wait for it, Steven Spielberg wrote a book and then they turned it into a movie. So I don't believe in spoiler alerts. Like I just don't. I don't. Like I'm not even gonna make any apologies about what I'm going to disclose of this movie. Because the movie in itself is disclosure, right? Just go and see the movie if you haven't seen it already. And if you haven't, or if you have, I don't know, maybe watch it again, but with different eyes, different perspective. Let's say with the perspective that I'm about to share with you now. Dr. Sleep is a soft disclosure about the nature of off-world intelligence technology. To feed upon the light. And in particular, the light of the children. Now, let me caveat that by saying that we are all children of Mother Earth. Every one of us. But then there's these little ones, And their light is so bright and so beautiful and holds so much potential. And, yes, indeed. So, now, having said that, the movie gives two. There was another movie called Poltergeist back in the 1980s, I think it was, but some tie in there with the artificial intelligence grid. But yeah, if I can, just if it's allowed, if it doesn't go against community standards. Just want to say it. It's true. Y'all, look. That children are being, obviously trafficked and stuff, right? Jeffrey Epstein and all that, right? But that's just the method by which the characters or the actors on the stage carry out the blood sacrifice, which causes the psyche to shatter and the light to disperse, and then making it more vulnerable to the off-world entities who feed upon that light, who are there waiting for their Agent Smith actors on the stage to execute whatever phenomena or act on that stage. So, because everything is like first esoterics, right? First unseen world and then the seen world. Okay, so I think it's safe to say we can all pretty much, regardless of political party or religious affiliation or any other new cage that you want to get yourself into, I think seems pretty obvious to me that everybody's aware of this predation upon the children. And Dr. Sleep is soft disclosure about how that works. Yeah. That's all I want to say about that there Steven Spielberg movie. There's another Steven Spielberg movie. I'm going to do another. I'll probably do more than a few. Anyhow. That's my rant on Dr. Sleep. Executive summary. It's soft disclosure on Soul Harvest. And there used to be a lot more, vibrant, strong, healthy, scrumptious, delicious light on the planet to feed upon. But after so much predation, there's really only the light of the children, the innocent, pure-hearted, like no programs or propaganda embedded in the consciousness, but the innocent child, right? And that is the source of food. As above, so below. So, doesn't have to be that way. Doesn't have to at all. It's your choice, family. Where do you and your children want to be in the food chain? So many ways we make ourselves psychically vulnerable to the actors depicted in the soft disclosure called Dr. Sleep. It's just one example. But we're just, it's general rule misled about what is technology, and well, I'll talk about that more in some other video. This is just movie disclosure, right? Is that what we're going to call that? Movie review. We're going to call it a movie review. Because, it's the law of the universe. It's the law of the universe that you cannot violate free will choice. You can't just go in and violate free will choice. You have to get consent. And that's what they get when you buy your ticket at the movie theater. And they rip it in half and give you back your half of the contract. Anyway, that's a quick movie review on Dr. Sleep. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch up with you in the dream world. Until then, ciao for now.